Alright. Hey Jerry, what you doing? We're gonna play clubs. Come online. What you mean you're eating food, man? It's 1 a.m. No, 30 minutes. Just put your food in a grinder, grind it, make it a smoothie, and bring it with you. Be online in 5 minutes. We're gonna play. Alright. So this other guy I'm gonna call Sukhveer on WhatsApp. Alright. Alright. WhatsApp call is not working. Probably because he has an Android. I'm just gonna text in the group and say, alright, clubs, come online. So finally everyone is here. I'm about to show you the best pro clubs in the whole damn world.
Today, we are about to witness the rise of a FIFA Pro Club that has shook the world, or they claim they have. BBFC, formerly known as Shaktishali FC, was founded when some of the most roguish FIFA players across the world decided that they want to play FIFA together. Playing at the theater of dramas, this club has seen everything a football club can in its lifetime. From getting relegated after bottling a 3-0 lead to going 20 games without a loss. They say it is the very epitome of success. Since their origin, they have signed countless players. There have been players who were disloyal and left the club after every session, every night. But one of the most important players in this club's history has been nothing but loyal to this godforsaken pro club team. And this is his story. Meet the man behind the goals. Gurveer Ram. He has been here since long time, and leading the line, he's a no-nonsense striker. Let's hear what BBFC means for him.
Where shall I start these guys? Still remember when they called me that they've created a club and they wanted me to play for them. They used to call for them all every single time. They were kind of noobs, but we're champions now. BBFC. I won the league with some other teams as well, but it was different this time. And big thanks to my wife, who's been there with me during all the ups and downs. And hey little one, you did it. And daddy did it for you.
When they started playing on the night of 26th March, they were still in Division 2, and they had to win 3 out of 3 games to get into Division 1. It was not that they didn't play Division 1 before. In fact, they were so close once that they missed it by 3 points when they lost the last game of the season. They had no idea whatsoever that their world was about to change. First match of Division 1 went well. With an easy 3-0 victory, this club was cruising. Now they were on a 6 games winning streak. The title was still oceans away. Second game of the season was a familiar one. Playing at home, BBFC had a dream start. And they went 2-0 up in first 30 minutes. They created countless chances, but out of favor dynamic difficulty and their playmaker having one of those days did not help them. Eventually, they conceded. They still thought they would fetch this 1-goal lead to the very end, and they almost succeeded. Even though they were still unbeaten in last 7 games, there was a feeling among the camp that this season would also end up in relegation or surviving it. But the defensive mid of this team had already made his mind. Before we move forward, here is his journey. Although this club has won a lot, winning Division 1 is near to impossible without having a proper defensive team player, and so they did. Started as a left back, this player became the heart of the defense and then moved to CDM. On top of that, his occasional contribution in attack cannot be sidelined. His discipline, tackles, interceptions have had an impact like that of N'Golo Kante on Leicester City's title-winning run. He could well become the best signing in recent years.
FIFA Pro Clubs ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰੀ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਈ ਸੀ ਗੁਰਵੀਰ ਦੇ ਥਰੂ। ਗੁਰਵੀਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਟੀਮ ਦੇ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਨੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ।
I was introduced to pro clubs by Gurveer Saran. He's my relative, and he's the one who forced me to switch to PS4. You saw him before. I had a bit of an idea about pro clubs, but playing as a team was a different feeling. I played drop-ins before, but BBFC is the team which introduced me to this world. When I started, I was a left back, and I was never left back. And then I was moved to CDM. What I do is that I need the defense together. I don't want to score goals. I don't want assists. I want clean sheets. I want clean sheets so much that we do laundry 3 times a week in this house. It was definitely hard for me to mix into such an excellent counter-attacking team. But since I've come in, the roles have been very, very clear. Now we know that forwards have to miss the goals. The playmaker has to lose the ball. The wingers, they just have to run. And defenders, they have to give away the foul. So the roles are pretty much clear and everyone is doing a wonderful job. I just feel very privileged to be playing for this great FIFA team. When you have a player with such mentality, setbacks can be thrown aside pretty easily, and that's what happened. Before the first away game of the season, EA Sports' incompetency was on display. The infamous kid glitch which cost Hippo Shaggers a VFL game came to haunt BBFC. However, they were still unruffled and scored one of the quickest goals in pro club's history. Now, the confidence was skyrocketing. BBFC ended up winning this game by 3-2 after a stunning display by the attackers. 2 goals by Colas FC after 80th minute were merely a consolation. Simma, without a doubt, was a very disciplined player, but there was a feeling within the club that the responsibility of a defensive play was overwhelming for a single player. Club tried a couple of new plays, but since they did not want to play for the badge, they had but no choice than to wait for their lonely CDM to come back. The move, however, did not have the expected outcome this time. When he came back, he was married. The discipline was not visible. But it all changed when what is known to be one of the greatest tactical change in modern football history was made. When Shea was playing RCM, the team was still licking goals, but moving him to RB, right back, in Division 1, revived the defensive prowess of this team.
Do I lie to my wife? No. Do I lie about playing FIFA? Yes, but that's different. I'm not the type of guy who wakes up at 6 a.m. but I'm the type of guy who sleeps at 8 a.m. I don't like the ball at my feet. I like the feet at my feet. Oh yeah, and my manager calls me Marcus Rojo of Pro Clubs. And when the opponents are attacking and my manager calls out the danger, I go to him and tell him, I'm not in danger, I am the danger.
The winning mentality was back. Party chat was spendthrift and everyone was enjoying themselves. Although everyone was kind of thinking about becoming champions that night, they say they did not utter a single word. They were afraid of jinxing it. Fourth game of the division did not please them in start. Going 1-0 down in first quarter, they found themselves back in the game when Ajay, their part-time player, unselfishly squared it to Gurveer. After that, it was just bread and butter for BBFC.
Completed really. Break quickly when they get possession. Still going. He's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Saw the goal and went for.
After each game, they were heading closer and closer to the title. Now with them flying high, next two games saw them scoring 9 goals and conceding just 2. A brilliant all-round performance, and here are the highlights. Attack was in full flow and their playmaker was in some form. This continued into the 7th game of the season when Gurveer scored an absolute stunner. Now the eyes were on prize. Suddenly, everything changed. From 1-0 up, they went 2-1 down in 60th minute. Fighting back, they scored an equalizer. And what happened after that? Moved the course of history.
Boy, no, you played all day yesterday. Are you crazy? You're not getting
I
it.
wanna play, bro.
I don't care.
Puppies online.
course I bribed him. Although I'm not gonna fulfill my promise, that's how we survive in India. Once, my maths teacher, she failed me in my class. What did I do? I paid her cash. Then they kicked me out of the school. Meet Herman, also known as Dollar Store Bruno Fernandes. He's the brain of this team. He has been playing for BBFC from the very first day and is one of the founders of this damn club. We talked to him last week. 3 words to describe myself: captain, leader, alpha male, playmaker, goal scorer, tackler, kick changer. I'm a simple man. I see the ball free, I call for it. I see open man, I pass it. I see another open man, I pass it again. I get a bit of space, I shoot it. If I see open man again, I will pass it again. And that is how you play football. Seemingly humble in conversation, is one of the top and the most shameless players of this team. And when the time came, he scored what is known to be the most important goal of this season. This was the match where they all realized what was written on the stars. They've had their days in the past where they all felt like invincibles, but on March 26th, everything came under one roof. With 3 games left, they needed 4 points, but they knew that if there is a team that could bottle it from here, it was them. Eighth match of the season was a bit slow for their liking, but match-winning performance once again from Ajay Gurveer and rock-solid defense by Sharon Simma turned it into an easy game. BBFC scored 2 goals in a matter of minutes, and then everyone knew that they were not ready for what they were about to achieve. This all would not have been possible without a person who kept it all under control. Although he calls himself the manager of this club, his contribution in the success of this club can definitely be questioned. Playing from Punjab, India, occasionally playing left back with more than 400 ping, Sukhbir Saran.
You know who gave me these? No one. I bought them myself. Because that's how I am. That's what I do. I prefer to do things my way, myself. That's what BBFC is all about. That's the Bijli DNA right over here. You know, I have a theory while managing a team. I wrote it myself. Although this guy, whosoever he is, said it earlier, but I carry the same theory. So all I teach them is to shoot whenever they get a centimeter of a space within 30 yards radius of the goalpost. Talking about pro clubs, you know, pro clubs, it's like life. It's dark, but in a colorful way. You can be a legend one day, but next game you feel like a carpenter, you know, going to repair someone's car. Playing FIFA can be pretty stressful at times, but you know where the real stress is?
defending. But you know, people, especially millennials, you know, they usually walk around singing like, I'll be there for you. But no one, I repeat, no one is there for you in a 2v1 situation. He'll pass it, he'll shoot it. Should I go for a tackle, be a hero, or should I contain? You know? Pressing an L2. See what I did there? You know, that's where I judge people. While defending, while in a 2v1 situation. Even though I never judge people, but that's where I can't contain myself and judge people and be real, you know. I don't care to be judged. Do people talk about me? Yes. Do my players question my management techniques? Yes. Sometimes. Do they bitch about their manager when he's not in the party? Yes. But do I care? No. No. I don't care. If someone says how good looking I am, you know, how good I dance, how good I move, well, fuck you. I don't care. Sue me. You know what E stands for in my name? Equality. Because whatever's that's not equal in this world is offensive. March 26, 2020. That was special. I felt something that day and told the boys in party that today is the day when we win this fucking Division 1 thing. I knew it. I just knew it. I always told these, you know, these normal looking guys with their normal boring life and their regular jobs that they were special. Yeah. I was saying this to them every weekend from the last 4 years.
Come on, boys. Today's the day that we win this fucking Division 1 thing. Come on. Come on, boys. Today's the day when we win this fucking Division 1 thing. Come on. Come on, boys. Today's the day when we win this fucking Division 1 thing. Come on.
How sad was that?
It had all come to this moment. 2 matches, 1 point, and a chance to become immortal. Pressure was still on BBFC, and getting no point in this game would mean they're crumbling. And as it has happened before, they would bottle it in the last game of the season. Nerves were visible and there was a feeling it could well go wrong. But with ice in their veins, they started where they left. And as he did throughout the season, he scored his trademark goal. With 1 point needed in 2 games and BBFC going 1-0 up, the world was at their feet. And the victory was secured when their bootleg Ronaldo converted a penalty. Although the other team returned 1 goal, it meant nothing more than a Lynx Africa set on Christmas. Now, they all had to do was wait for final whistle. and crowd wasn't in disbelief anymore.
What a game. Great shift by the lads. Straight into the history books, eh? I like to remember. I love you, my team.
We did it.
It's emotional.
So yes, it is what it is. They did. I'm so happy. But we need to give credit where it's due. To me. Anyways, our lives are not gonna be same. It's not going to be the same tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be special.